Hi everybody, it's Mary Ellen from Create With Me, and I'm happy to be back in the studio after a week hiatus. I'd hoped to record for you, but it didn't work out. And last Tuesday I was in the airport for a very long time because we had plane issues. So I'm just getting back from a conference, a leadership conference with Stampin Up in Las Vegas, Nevada, here in the United States. So had a great time and got back yesterday afternoon, and I'm happy to be back in studio. And I want to share with you today for Teach Me Tuesday some of the great products I'm going to share kind of over the course of the next couple of weeks. I want to share product with you. So, I usually show you a technique or a card, and I am going to show you cards today, so stay tuned. But I want to share some product with you. So I hope that you're interested in seeing what I have to share. Hi, Lou. So I'm going to take you down to my desk. Okay. So here's my catalog, and I want to share with you one of those suites that, if you're like me, maybe you were like unsure. So, this is Fresh as a Daisy. This is a Fresh as a Daisy, suite of products. So, suite of products means that you not only get a bundle, which is stamps and dies, but you also have paper, sometimes embellishments, sometimes it's ribbon. It just depends on the suite, but it's a collection of products. And today I want to focus specifically on one product, and that's this paper right here. So I don't know, chime in and let me know if you have it, if you've seen it, if you love it, if you don't love it. It's not going to hurt my feelings, but I want to share this paper with you today. So I'm going to bring the paper in, and I'm going to share some projects, and we're going to make a couple cards using this paper. And then stay tuned in because and get ready to take some screenshots, because I've got about a dozen samples that I'm going to share with you that will maybe inspire you if you have this paper at home and you just haven't been sure what to do with it. So if you're like me, my first thought was this paper is really busy. Now this sheet here I absolutely love. There's some nice patterns I've used a lot. But you get something like this paper, it's okay. Tell me what you think. This side, yes, I can use that. This side is just busy for me. I just think, what am I going to do with that? That's just so overwhelming. But here's a beautiful brushstroke pattern. There's that side. Same here. I have used this paper, and I love the back. But I really struggle with all that pattern and what to do. This is gorgeous, especially if you're a scrapbooker. If you're a scrapbooker and you are doing layouts, this paper is gorgeous. You have to agree with me on that. And then this copper clay color. And then the last one is very similar to this green one here, except it's got a little less yellow and it's a little softer and more subtle. And then it's got a blue on the back. I think that might be the last one. Yeah, that's the last one. So let's go back to this first one. So maybe you're the kind of person who gets the designer series paper and you're like, I can't cut it. Well, this is a perfect sheet for you to go ahead and cut up. And I'm going to show you some cards, but let's just look at this first. So you've got, 5 main images. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you've got some coordinating or auxiliary pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's really easy. If you're not sure how to cut it, it's very easy. Your first cut's going to be right along here, and you're going to cut that. It's almost in half, maybe about a third. Your second cut's going to be right here. So that's going to take this off and this off. And then this one just gets cut apart, and then each section gets divided. So what you end up with is you end up with pieces. Now this might start feeling a little more comfortable to you. So you're going to end up with pieces. Here's my auxiliary pieces, and here's my 5 main pieces right here, okay? So this is what you're going to end up with, and you can make some quick and simple cards. So that's what I want to do today, and I picked out 2 designs, so I'm going to use these 2. I'm going to put these aside, and I'm going to work with those later, and then I'll showcase those. So like I said, if you're just chiming in, stay tuned, because I've got about a dozen samples to show you when we get done. So I'm going to bring in some pieces, and I took the piece from the big, this one here. It's easier to show you this one here, and I cut off 1 inch. And I'm going to use this 1 inch piece. So on this card here. So I use the same basic supplies for both of my cards, but they're going to look completely different, or I think they're going to look completely different. So I started with a card base that's 11 by 4 1/4, and we're going to fold that in half. Okay, and then I'm going to grab my bone folder, just like that. And then I'm going to put the pieces, so I'm going to put this piece here and this piece here. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere that. Onto my card base. So it couldn't get any simpler than that. You're just going to, when you're putting it on like this, you're just going to make sure that your 3 sides are equidistant. And then it's easy to add. You could do either side actually on this piece. You could do the Moody Mauve, right? This is Moody Mauve. Or you could use this, is the gray granite, or I think this is actually Pebble Path, just like a lighter version of Pebble Path. So there's my basic card put together. This is a die that comes from the set. This is, I'm not showcasing this, but I do want you to see it. So there is a tag in all these beautiful daisies, and I cut out that, and I'm using that on both cards. So I'm going to bring in a piece of scrap paper, just because I'm not always known for stamping, you know, cleanly. So we're going to use the words from the stamp set. I didn't show you the stamp set, but it's in the bundle. We're going to use wishing you the brightest birthday on this card, and your friendship means everything on the other card. I think both of those are cards that I would want to send to somebody on a regular basis. So wishing you the brightest birthday. And just to finish this card off, it's as simple as taking a piece. I've got the organdy glitter ribbon, and I'm going to put dimensionals. I've got them right here in front of me on my card, on my little tag. And then I'm going to lay down my ribbon. And instead of tying it, I've decided to just lay it over on itself, just like that, and then add my tag. And if it doesn't work, I can always add some more, but I think I got a little schmutz there, so just ignore that. You're not going to get schmutz. So now what I can do is I can take another dimensional, because I see it's not quite, it's on the ribbon and not on the card. So let's take that back off and get a little bit more on the card. Okay, there. Now, we'll finish this off with some embellishments, but really this card is perfectly fine just the way it is. Could be finished just like that. Super cute. You saw how fast it was. This isn't anything that would take a lot of time. And I used my Take Your Pick tool last night, so of course it's not here. So let me grab something else. I can just use my fingers, I guess. And I'm going to add some of these. These are the flat adhesive back pearls. I think that I like them because I think they go nicely with the glitter ribbon. The glitter ribbon is so pretty. Well, let's use one of these big ones. Use it down here. So there we've got just a really cute card. Super easy. Just a card for me to go ahead and send this out. Took me less than 5 minutes. Even with cutting paper, I think I could get that done in less than 5 minutes. So we've got that style of design. So the other one was this daisy. I love this daisy. I'm really enjoying the Pebble Path color. So I decided these are the pieces that I have cut. This is 11 by 4 1/4. And then I've got a piece of, this is Pebble Path. And then this is Early Espresso, which I pick up from here in the daisies. So I made, this is 3 3/4 by 5. And so I made the layer just not quite a 1/4 inch bigger. So let's go ahead and add my daisies to my Early Espresso layer, just like that. And before I add it to my card base, I got some of the wavy, natural wavy trim. And I'm just going to wrap my natural wavy trim around the back. And I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive to hold it right where I want it. So I've got my daisies. Yes, this paper is wonderful, Missy. I absolutely love it. So I'm just going to wrap it around, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and adhere it. Now I could use dimensionals, or I'm just going to adhere it. I'm having trouble today with my adhesive, so I think I'm going to switch. I'm going to switch on the fly to my liquid adhesive, which is really become my favorite anyway. Okay, so we've got that. I guess I have to get my card base folded in half. And you can see I still have another piece of, I'm going to get my edges here. There's still another piece of the wavy ribbon, this wavy natural. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until I do my greeting. And I'm going to stamp my greeting, bringing in my scrap paper again. And I am going to stamp it with Your Friendship Means Everything in Pebble Path. I'm going to try to stamp it over to one side. I think I'm going to have it on this side. I hope I haven't sucked my head in the way I do a lot of times. And then I decided I'm going to take the Wild Wheat, which is this color here on the designer series paper. And I want to add, I'm just seeing how dark that is. So it's pretty dark. So I think stamping off, I'm just going to add some of the flowers right here to the edge. Now, when I go ahead and put that on, I could do two things. I could either get a little embellishment and put that on there. That would be super cute. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a Pebble Path blend and add a couple dots as the center of my flower, just like that. And then I can take dimensionals again. I can put it right on it, but I'm going to go ahead and take dimensionals. I'm going to put a couple on the edge, and I think because I saw that I had a little trouble before, I think I'm going to go ahead and put one high and one low and try to kind of straddle that wavy trim. So I'm just finishing off the card like that, and then I'm going to add my tie. After I know where my greeting is, I can add a little knot just like that and then trim it down with my shears. And I think because this card is more of a natural, this one is, I guess with the ribbon, it's nice and shiny and bright. With this one, it's more natural. I don't even think it needs any embellishments. Like, how cute is that card? Your friendship means everything means everything to me. So I promised that I would show you some samples. So get ready to take some screenshots. I'll try to show them. I've got about a dozen here. So I just want to show you, and I'm going to try to give credit. So this first card, let me put these up here just so that they're in the picture there so you can see them. This first card comes from my friend Julie Salva. It's a really unique fold. Kind of show you that, but look how pretty that is. Okay, so if you like that card, grab a screenshot. This one is just done with the stamps. This is from Sasha Wilson, and this is just done with the daisy stamp. So you don't even have to use a paper, just a great way to just showcase the stamps in the Fresh as a Daisy stamp set, or Cheerful Daisies. This card is done by Michelle Cook. Uses the paper and the stamps and the dies. Same here, and this is using that paper right here in the background. This one was, oh, I don't have a name. I want to give credit. Let's see if the name's on the back of this. Oh, this is from Teresa Tucker. She's a demonstrator in my town. So she's used the paper here and embossed the daisies. Used the same tag that we use today. So cute. Same paper here. This is from Cindy Wessering. She's used the die and this paper here, but it doesn't feel too busy when she's used it, and she's coordinated with the Crushed Curry Regals, the Crushed Curry paper in the Regals, just the 6x6 paper. Here's a card that we did. It's kind of a fancy fold. So it just showcases a little bit of that paper. It's not, the whole card is not covered in it. It's just showcasing a little. So keep that in mind. You can just pick up bits and pieces. I love this card. So this showcases a lot of the different designer series paper and just has a greeting. This is from Kim Allen. Isn't that pretty? This is a great idea. When you think the paper might be a little bit too busy, snag little 1-inch or 3/4 inch strips and stagger them and put a greeting. How pretty is that? Here's a card from Monica Gilberti. I spent a lot of time with Monica this weekend. I was happy to visit with her. And this uses the dies, and she's used the paper, and then she's used a little embossed crushed curry. And she did her tag in a pool party. So super, super pretty. Here's one using the designer series paper again. This is by Kathy Grube, and she is in our group. And she's used a little twine behind her tag. She's stamped and used the dies. Here's one similar. I would say similar to what we did today as far as showcasing the paper, putting a greeting on it, a little bit of ribbon, and some twine. And this is from Lynn Feldkamp. Again, similar, showcasing the designer series paper. This one's from Karen Braxton. Little bit of glimmer in the in color ribbon, and then the same tag. I love when the die set has a little tag that we can use along with it. That always is helpful. And then lastly, I wanted to show you, I'm trying to find the paper, a card. So maybe you're like, the paper's okay, but I don't really love the daisy stamp set. So this is the paper that I said was a little more subtle. And then someone used it. This is from Darla Watson. She used it with the monkey. So she's coordinated the paper, but she didn't use the daisy stamp sets or dies, but she used this little monkey. So I hope you guys enjoyed the little product feature today. I'm going to try to come with some different products. If you like the products that that I'm showcasing, if you go into my video header, then you'll be able to see the link to order your own. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. And I will see you back again next Tuesday for another episode of Teach Me Tuesday. Bye, everybody.